project of techniques related to control of the breathing. We are trying to work in 3 areas. Principal problem is how motor control of breathing can help of some persons with these problems. Of course, we are trying to develop this with interdisciplinarity, including in our national courses, and we do it. And we are trying to work particularly for community. Our students can have a lot of income in many subjects. First, they can acquire knowledge about the technique that they can use as a way to reinforce their profession outside. Okay? To have more ways to intervene in society. First. Second, during their study, they can learn through this idea. They can learn to use instruments. They can learn to acquire concepts that other areas of knowledge, like physiotherapy, like medicine, use, and give them a way to talk with the other professionals.
It seems to me that this is like a project, a research project that has been going on, and it's not clear to me if you pretend with this action plan, if you pretend to apply known techniques, or if you want to develop new techniques. First of all,
some indicators for you to think about. You don't need to answer yet, but what I'm considering is that what is the practical need you are giving an answer. And in practical need, I mean, is there a need for the teachers teaching content? Okay. And is there a need for those physiotherapists to do different kind of practices?
Also.
Is there a need for tools for the physios, as you mentioned, like a manual, which they can, for example, deliver to the patients? Yeah. Is there a need for students, which is evident, and you mentioned, to learn new evidence-based breathing technique practice? Yes. Yeah. And what is the need for the hospital or the clinics, physiotherapy clinics? What is the need?
The name of the project is Simulated Senior Exchange Program, or in Portuguese, Volto Já. The project has as main goal to promote the exchange of institutionalized seniors to encourage active aging and combat social isolation using social tourism as facilitator. We would like to develop an exchange program, ideally with institutionalized seniors, elderly people, in nursing homes or in daycare centers for participating in senior senior social tourism programs of different organizations of social economy.
It's a very interesting project, but then the way you submit it, the way you write it, which aspects you point out or give emphasis to might have a say in the outcome of the funds. First of all, you mentioned the students' involvement, but then it looks like that you would have students from different programs involved. Is that
yes, at least from two programs, okay. Two different programs.
So I really think that in your proposal that should be pointed out. it's a way of creating multidisciplinary groups, and that's one of the major items mentioned in the proposal. Then I would also point out exactly in those curriculums are the students going to be involved and how, which courses, from which level, and so forth. I think that would be very, very important.
You have to make this a real project. You have to identify a real research question. You have to identify the methodological questions that Serpa mentioned. So I'm not going to repeat them because she was perfect in describing them. But I'll only focus that you have here a practice for a societal-based project in your hands, but make it a real winning project. That's a challenge.
If you want to develop a tool for the institutions to manage it, which doesn't seem to me very interesting because there are lots of tools, but if you want to develop a tool for the old people to use themselves and be actively engaged in choosing, then the problem is totally different because interface, adequate interface for old elderly people to use this type of thing. Probably they are not very accustomed to using those techniques. So the type of problem needs some expertise in design of the interface, human-machine interface, this type of thing, which you did not express. That's, if it is needed, you should put it in the project.
Este é um projeto que, digamos, é um projeto institucional da nossa escola, que está a ser desenvolvido, coordenado pela Escola Superior de Desporto de Rio Maior com a Escola Superior de Saúde e que tem diversos parceiros a nível regional e a nível nacional e que, como o próprio nome indica, debruça sobre um programa comunitário de exercício para pessoas com diabetes 2 para um envelhecimento ativo e saudável. O principal é desenvolver e implementar um programa comunitário de exercício físico para pessoas com diabetes 2, com o principal objetivo, que é a base da investigação, que é verificar os efeitos na saúde e no bem-estar subjetivo, promovendo a atividade física e a alteração comportamental com um estilo de vida saudável deste tipo de população, e ao mesmo tempo também potenciar, digamos, a diminuição dos efeitos negativos da doença, com o aumento da qualidade de vida e a redução de custos de saúde para o Sistema Nacional de Saúde. Okay?
I strongly advise you to search more polytechnics to be involved.
Okay.
Because, and more regions, this is a problem that is not explosive.
I'm very down. Again, I'm talking about the money. And the cost efficiency of this kind of training program. Who are the supervisors? What is the most cost efficiency? Is it the professional instructors and professionals, or if you benchmark our good in Latvia, we have some same kind of study there, and we noticed that the participants in the group, they are so close to the participants that they know what is the best.
Because I can see at least 3 different aspects. One is to monitor the patients that do exercise and check how it improves their health in different aspects. The second is to induce these habits in a population that probably do not do it. So, and the third is what type of exercise is more adapted and adjusted to the goals that you want. So these 3 problems are not possible to do all of them at the same time in the time frame that you have for a project.